Because today's alumni cards are kind of boring, underwhelming, I mean, they're not the worst cards in the world, but because of that and the fact that I will be doing a sponsored Madden 26 stream when today's alumni content drops, we're going to skip the video covering that. Instead, you're going to get a brand new episode of No Money Spent where I want to talk about a game mode that all of you should be spamming right now for 2 free 88 overall players. Let's get into it. Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's Popular Stranger, and we are back with another College Football 26 Ultimate Team video, episode number 27 of the No Money Spent Squad series. For those of you that were unaware, I was in Philadelphia for the last couple days for the Eagles-Cowboys game. We put out a few videos breaking down the content, specifically the Legacies program, but I've also been playing the game on the side just a little bit, and we have a lot to catch you up on this No Money Spent account. So let's start with Wednesday's content drop. It wasn't a terrible one. Stars of the Week, which is a repetitive promo that drops every single Wednesday, and I went ahead and opened up 2 of the 89 plus training reroll packs. If you go back to, I think, the very last episode, which was like 4 or 5 days ago now at this point, we had almost 25,000 training to spend, and originally the plan was to drop it on the names of the game pack, but I just wasn't a fan of some of the cards that had came out, and also there were a lot of options, and when I say options, I don't mean cards you get to choose from, but there were a lot of possibilities. That's a better word to use, and I wasn't comfortable dropping the training, but when it came to the Stars of the Week program, 8,000 training, 89 plus pack, there were basically 4 cards that you could get in this one. 2 LTDs, and if I pulled either of those, I would have been very, very happy. The other 2 were the 289 overall champions, and out of those 2 players, I wanted one. So I figured 75% of the cards that could possibly pop out of this pack are ones that I want. I feel like this is a good risk. Unfortunately, the very first time that I opened it up, I got the card that I did not want, running back Justice Haynes. Originally, I was thinking about keeping him, but I have 2 pretty solid running backs that are both B&D already, so I did decide to go ahead and sell him for about 220K. The card did sell, that's why we're over 1 million coins. The second time I opened it up, still no LTD for me, but I did get the other champion card, and I was very worried I was going to get the running back again, but instead, we did get Daniel Wingate, 6'5", Mike linebacker, 87 speed. That also, because he's now going to be my starter at Mike linebacker, allowed me to go ahead and sell the Manny Powell card that I've had at that position for a while now, and we sold him for 100K before tax. So now that brings us up to today, Sunday morning, and we are currently sitting at 7,278 training. The goal here, and it should be a very easy goal, is to get to 7.9K because I want to open up an 89 plus Legacies training pack. Again, would guarantee me one of the brand new cards that came out Friday with the shot at 4 different LTDs. I haven't price checked any of the cards. I'm sure they're not overly expensive, so we're really hoping that we pull a card that we can put on the roster. Otherwise, we're probably not going to be getting a ton of coin back, but again, we are sitting right now at 1.2 million. Now, to get that training, we got a lot of free packs to open up, including 2 85 plus overall B&D Legacy reward packs. Now, how did I get these and how can you get them? Well, there's a game mode right now that you can all spam, and it's very easy, and it's also not really time consuming. And the main reason you want to play this game mode is because of the Legacies objectives within your Season 2 Field Pass. 100 games to win and 1,000 points to score is a lot, but if you're able to do that, and you can see I'm already halfway to the 1,000 points in only 20 games, if you're able to do that, you're going to get 2 free 88 overall players from the Legacy program. Once you hit 1,000 points, you get an 88 overall wide receiver out of Florida, Vernell Brown the third. And then once you get to the 100 win mark in the game category there, you get Syracuse legend freshman, 88 overall cornerback Demetrius Samuel Jr. And I believe with these 2 cards, having them in the lineup together gives them +3 speed. So they have 85 speed by default. I believe that would jump them up to 88. To me, especially if you're no money spent or if you like to play offline a lot, it's a no-brainer. You should be doing it. It is going to take a little bit of time, but the game modes that you can play to do this are going to be under the events category on your main screen there, and against the computer, you have Legacy Mounting. Against other users, you have the Legacy Moment. Now, to get into the head-to-head version, you have to have 3 players from the Legacy program in your lineup. We have 2 85 plus packs. That should be, unless we get duplicates, 2 of the 3 players that we need to enter this game mode. The third one is going to come from that training reroll pack, so hopefully by the time this episode ends, we'll have the appropriate number of players to be able to enter this game mode and play it and give you guys some gameplay in it in the very next episode, which will be later this week. For now, I've just been grinding the versus CPU event. That's how I've gotten my 20 wins, and it's really easy. Basically, you got to get a 25-point lead, but the scoring is kind of different. And what I've been doing, as soon as the game starts, come out in verticals. If you have fast enough wide receivers, hopefully you guys do, you can throw a touchdown on a streak, typically in 1 to 2 to 3 plays at the most. You get 13 points for that. If you get the 2-point conversion, that's 15. If you don't get it, it's not the end of the world. And then typically, first possession on defense, if you can get a sack, you get 6 points. You get 2 sacks in 1 defensive possession. That ends up giving you enough points to win the game right there. And because of that, these games have gone really fast. The 20 wins, I went 20-0, which I think most of you can do and probably not lose to the computer frequently in this. But the 20 wins that I got took probably less than 90 minutes. And I did all that for my PS Portal on remote play, just casually knocking it out. So even though the 100 win count is a very large number, these games are so fast, I don't think it's going to be a big deal. And of course, playing online against other people also contributes to that number of 100 that you're trying to get to. The main reason that you would play online is because going on win streaks will give you additional pack rewards, but also getting to 50 wins gives you an 87 plus card. If you get to 45 wins, you get an 85 plus. So I kind of want to knock out both things. I'm going to play the majority of the games offline, but I do want to jump online and play this and see if we can get up to 50 wins. It is a 3-week program, so we have time to do it. And I do plan on playing a bunch of those games online starting this week, like I said. And you guys should see some gameplay highlights from it in the very next episode. So now let's open up all these free packs. These should amount to enough training to get me over that 7.9K mark. And then once we do that, we'll be good to go to open up that training pack. Very first pack is a guaranteed 85. I think this came somewhere in the Season 2 Field Pass. I went 3-0 in the College Overtime House Rules prior to going to Philadelphia, and the pack at that time was an 81 plus, and I think it jumped up to an 82 without me having to do anything. Of course, that's not going to be a very usable card for us. We have one last locker to go over or go through and open up, and it looks like we're going to get a champion level card. Can it be an 88, 89, please? 87, not bad. We're going to quick sell it because we're good at the center position, but the higher in overall obviously means the more training, and that's really, really what we want. I'm going to open up the Twitch packs on my own time. You'll see the results here in a moment because I'm not really expecting too much out of them. Same thing with the Hail Mary packs. These are some of the packs that you earn while playing the offline and online game mode, depending on the number of win streaks or wins that you can get in a row there. But, you know, if you don't get anything good, again, the motto for this entire year is all of this pack trash eventually leads to something. That's how it's allowed me to open up all of these training packs that guarantee champion level cards for free. If you've been following along in this series, you know, all of the episodes, you've probably noticed that trend, and it's been working for me. So spam game modes that give you free packs. If you get good stuff out of them, W. If you don't, at least you're getting some training here. I mean, listen, we got an elite card, 2 elite cards, matter of fact. They don't go for much on the auction house these days, but we'll get the full training value because it's a victory formation pack. I did also go through a full solo seasons on the hardest difficulty, very easy to do, but going 7-0 gives you 2 field goal packs and a little bit over 20,000 coins. The other 2 field goal packs, again, I think I got just from grinding one of those game modes, and it came through it as an objective. But anytime you can get elite level cards, because these ones are non-B&D, not only do they, you know, they get the full quick sell training value there, so that's going to be great. And we get an 84 overall. I mean, this card alone quick sells for almost 1,000 training there, so we're definitely going to be to where we want to be to open up that Legacies player pack. I didn't expect us not to be, but this is certainly going to help us out there. And then the final field goal pack before we get to those 85 plus packs is going to give us 2 more elites. So W there. We'll continue to grind these game modes, earn these free packs, get free training. For now, let's open up these legacy packs. All I'm asking is just don't give me the same player 2 times in a row. If that happens, then we need to get to a 3rd player, and that's going to make it a little bit more challenging. So first card up is Mike Washington Jr. Fun fact that you don't care about, I went to high school with somebody named Mike Washington. I don't know why I wanted to tell you guys that, but I did. I don't want Mike Washington Jr. to be in this pack as well, Please just give me anybody else but him, and they gave me the same exact player. So now we're in a pretty big dilemma because we need 3 players from this promo on the team, and the packs that guaranteed us them just gave us the same card twice. All of the Twitch packs that I just opened up ended up not being overly terrible. We actually got, I think, 2 elites out of the 8 packs, and one of them was an 84 overall. The other was an 82. Again, those are going to have the full training value because they are non-BND cards. So let's go through and quick sell everything, including that duplicate Mike Washington Jr., and see how much training it's going to lead to, adding to the 7.2K that we currently have. We got some other stuff here down at the bottom of the binder. 84 overall Maverick McVoyer. We can get rid of him now because we do have 2 Stars of the Week players in the lineup. He was one of the 2, but because we pulled that Daniel Wingate, he's going to replace him, and we want those 2 players in our lineup so we continue to knock out those objectives every week to get the Stars of the Week token. So we actually just got another 7,000 training. That's a lot more than I expected. I'm not quite sure why I'm getting this error and it won't let me quick sell all of these cards. Let me see if maybe it's the quarterback that's causing that. But overall, this means we are not too far away from being able to open up the Legacy 89 plus pack 2 different times. I'm not quite there yet, but that might end up being the route that we go. So for now, we're just going to open up one of them, and then in the next episode, we'll open up the second, get our lineup assembled so we can enter that online event. It's not letting me quick sell him because I'm guessing Warren Moon is my only other quarterback. Let me unlock Warren Moon and then see if that's maybe what's causing it. I locked Warren Moon because I don't want to actually accidentally get rid of him because we're going to need him for that free 96 overall player down the road. But yeah, it looks like that was the case. So we're now up to 14.3K. Again, a little bit short to open up the pack twice, but we're a lot closer than I anticipated. Of course, I could do one of these lower overall packs that don't guarantee me a champion, but I rather just use all of the training that I have to guarantee a champion. Maybe we get the LTD animation. If we do, we're absolutely selling and then buying back 2 cards that we need. That's not going to happen. That animation is absolutely fire, by the way. And I was afraid this was going to happen. We just got Daniel Wingate. We now have Lander Barton, who's a 6'5", 88 speed Mike linebacker with 84 zone, 82 man. He's going for about 140K, but I think what I'm going to do is actually keep him and either sell off Anthony Hill Jr., who's been on the team forever, or Carlos Dansby, and we're going to use Lander Barton and Wingate for 2 of our 3 linebackers that are typically on the field anytime we're in a 4-3 defense or 6-1. So to close it out, here is your lineup update. No big changes on offense. We did put that Mike Washington Jr. card at halfback number 3. Again, 1 of 3 cards needed to enter that event. Once we get that Vernell Brown card, that means Josh Cameron's probably going to be on his way out, which means we either sell him for about 300K or at least get 250K back. That's why the rental method is so great. So that would, hypothetically put us at 1.4, almost 1.5 million coins. And then on the defensive side of the ball, I'm going to get rid of Anthony Hill Jr. I feel bad because he's been very, very good, but I think the 3 linebackers that are going to touch the field when I'm in 4-3 and 6-1 will be now Lander Barton, Daniel Wingate, and Carlos Dansby. We got 88 speed, 87 speed, 86 speed, but these 2 guys are 6'5". I mean, you can't teach height, right? That's what they always say. And we do have this Clay Matthews card. He's not going to ever see the field, but because he's going to replace Anthony Hill Jr., it's not really going to mess with my overall in the upper right part of the screen, which, for the most part, it's just visual and who cares about it. But, it also plays mind games with a lot of us cut players and mutt players. So that's what we're going to do, and I'll probably try to sell Anthony Hill Jr. I don't know what the market is for him right now, but he also quick sells for 250,000 coins, so we know we're going to get that back. In between the 2 LTDs that we're going to be getting rid of, one now and one later, we could definitely be up to 1.7 million coins very soon, and it might be time to go on a shopping spree. I need to get some more cornerbacks. Demetrius Samuel Jr. will absolutely be on the team, but we might need to look for one more, so we'll see. But for now, we're going to get our 2 out of the 3 players needed in the lineup. I'm going to go back to playing that offline event, get at least 10 more wins for one more 85 plus pack. Hope that it does not give me Mike Washington Jr. one more time, and we'll be getting rid of some cards. So we have a lot of coins. We will have a lot of coins in the next episode, and hopefully we'll finally be able to jump into that online game mode and again give you guys some gameplay highlights from it as we chase our 2 free 88 overalls. But if you don't like playing online, spam that game mode. 2 very easy cards to earn. Might be a little bit time consuming, but if you haven't started it yet, I'm telling you, it's not going to be as time consuming as you think it is. That's all I got for now. We'll see you back tomorrow, maybe, definitely Tuesday, with brand new names of the game cards. Thank you for watching this one. My name is Popular Stranger. I'm out. Peace.